Chosen one. Angels say the next few moments matter more than you think. The trap is not only outside, it is also in thoughts, emotions, and reactions. Angels say the enemy is trying to rush your response, because rushed choices weaken spiritual vision. Slow decisions strengthen angelic protection. Angels say watch what suddenly feels urgent. Watch who suddenly demands an answer. Watch what suddenly pushes you to break your boundaries. Angels say traps often arrive wearing the costume of urgency. Chosen one. Angels are adjusting your timeline right now. What you thought had to happen today will safely move to tomorrow. What you feared missing will be preserved. Angels are not removing your blessing. Angels are removing the hidden teeth around it. Angels say you are being guarded from a chain reaction. One wrong agreement could have opened 5 new problems. One emotional reply could have created long regret. One blind step could have delayed your calling. Angels stepped in early because your destiny is too important to risk. Feel that resistance you're experiencing? Angels say that resistance is protection, not blockage. When angels close a gate, it is because danger is walking on the other side of it. Chosen one. Angels say do not let pride push you forward. Do not let ego say, I've come this far, I can't stop now. Angels say wisdom knows when to pause. Power knows when to pull back. Heaven honors restraint more than reckless courage. Angels are also exposing a hidden voice around you, someone who sounds supportive but quietly benefits from your mistakes. Angels say not every cheerleader wants you to win. Some want a front row seat to your fall. Stay spiritually alert. Chosen one. Angels are strengthening your discernment right now. Pay attention to repeated signs, repeated words, repeated warnings. Angels speak in patterns when the danger is real. This message reaching you again and again is not coincidence, it is confirmation. Angels say choose silence over quick replies. Choose distance over emotional closeness. Choose prayer over pressure. Choose waiting over guessing. These small choices will break the trap completely. Chosen one. Angels declare that you are not alone in this moment of decision. Angels are positioned ahead of you, beside you, and behind you. The trap will fail because heaven revealed it early. What was meant to capture you will collapse instead. Stay still a little longer. Stay watchful a little stronger. Stay connected a little deeper. Angels say your safety is already in motion, and your next victory will come from the step you did not take. Chosen one. Angels say many traps do not look like destruction at first, they look like comfort. They look like quick relief. They look like an easy answer to a long struggle. But angels say anything that pulls you away from your inner alignment will eventually drain your strength. Angels are turning on spiritual headlights around your path. Things that were hidden will start to feel obvious. Words that sounded sweet will begin to feel heavy. Smiles that looked sincere will begin to feel forced. Angels say this is not suspicion. This is awakened discernment. Chosen one. Angels say do not explain your pause to everyone. Not everyone deserves access to your reasoning. Angels often protect in silence. You don't need permission to step back. You don't need approval to be careful. You don't need agreement to obey a heavenly warning. Angels say the trap loses power when you stop feeding it attention. Stop replaying it in your mind. Stop arguing with it in your thoughts. Stop trying to fix what angels told you to leave. Walking away is sometimes the strongest spiritual weapon. Chosen one. Angels are now rerouting an opportunity that is truly meant for you. Yes, something is being delayed, but something better is being aligned. Angels say what is real will return in a cleaner form, with clearer signs, and with peaceful timing. Angels want you to notice your energy. When something is right, your spirit settles. When something is wrong, your spirit tightens. Angels speak through that tightening. Do not override it just because something looks attractive on the outside. Chosen one. Angels say this was a precision attack, but heaven answered with precision protection. The timing of this warning was exact. The interruption was intentional. The slowdown was engineered by angels, not caused by weakness. Angels are also strengthening your boundaries now. You will feel less available to manipulation, less impressed by appearances, less moved by emotional pressure. This is not you becoming cold. This is you becoming guarded by light. Chosen one. Angels say after this halt comes acceleration. But it will be clean acceleration, safe acceleration, directed acceleration. You will move again, but not into danger, into alignment. Stand steady, stay alert, stay covered in angelic guidance. Angels say the trap is losing its grip, the danger is losing its timing, and your path is being secured step by step. The halt was holy, the pause was protection, and what comes next will be stronger because you listened. Chosen one, stop scrolling, stop rushing, stop ignoring the signal. Angels are raising their voices around you right now. This is urgent. This is not random. Angels say halt immediately because a dangerous trap is forming directly in your path. Angels say you are standing one decision away from a serious loss, not because you are weak, but because you are valuable. Traps are only set for what is precious. And angels say you are heavily targeted because of what you carry inside you. Chosen one, angels are flashing a red warning light in your spirit. That uneasy feeling, that inner hesitation, that sudden doubt, that is not fear. That is angelic interruption. Angels are stepping in before damage is done. Angels say the offer looks perfect. The opportunity looks easy. The person looks trustworthy. The shortcut looks harmless. But angels say what looks smooth is hiding sharp edges. What looks quick is designed to steal time. What looks friendly is masking intention. Halt. Angels say do not take another step forward until peace returns to your spirit. Angels do not guide through pressure. Angels do not shout through confusion. Angels speak through clarity and calm. If it feels forced, it is not from heaven. Chosen one, angels say the enemy studied your last breakthrough and built this trap from your old weaknesses. The pattern feels familiar because it is customized. But angels say today, you are not the same person anymore. You are more aware, more guarded, more guided. Angels are surrounding your mind right now, blocking deception. Angels are surrounding your path, delaying wrong timing. Angels are surrounding your connections, exposing false motives. What feels like a slowdown is actually a rescue. Angels say you will thank this pause very soon. Chosen one, powerful protection is working for you in this moment. Angels are not just warning. Angels are actively dismantling what was meant to catch you. But you must cooperate. You must halt. You must not override the warning just because you are tired of waiting. Angels say some moves look bold but are actually reckless. Some delays look painful but are actually divine. Right now, stopping is strength. Waiting is warfare. Discernment is victory. Chosen one, angels declare, you will not be trapped. You will not be tricked. You will not be taken off your path. The warning reached you in time. The shield is already raised. The danger will pass, if you listen. Halt now. Heaven is protecting everything connected to you. Chosen one, angels say this moment of warning is also a moment of separation. A separation between impulse and wisdom. Between pressure and purpose. Between what looks good and what is truly good. Angels are helping you draw that line clearly now. Angels say after you halt, you will start to see who grows impatient with your caution. Notice that. Angels say the ones who push you to ignore your inner warning are not assigned to protect your future. True helpers respect your pause. True allies honor your discernment. Chosen one, angels are cleansing your decision space. Confusion will begin to lift like fog. What felt complicated will become simple. What felt tangled will become clear. Angels are not the authors of confusion. They are the carriers of clarity. And clarity is entering your mind now. Angels say do not feel embarrassed for stepping back. Do not feel weak for changing your mind. Do not feel guilty for saying no. Angels say many disasters in human lives happened because someone felt ashamed to pause. You are being brave enough to listen instead. Chosen one, angels are now placing a protective delay over anything connected to this trap. Messages may slow. Responses may stall. Plans may shift. Angels say do not try to force momentum back. The delay is part of your shield. Angels want you to understand something powerful. Interception is a miracle. Being stopped at the right time is a blessing. Closed doors can be louder miracles than open doors. Angels celebrate prevented harm just as much as delivered blessings. Chosen one, angels say your awareness level has increased through this warning. After today, you will sense deception faster. You will read intentions quicker. You will recognize spiritual pressure sooner. This trap did not just get blocked, it trained your discernment. Angels are also speaking about restoration. Any energy you lost worrying about this will be restored. Any sleep broken by uncertainty will be healed. Any peace disturbed will be rebuilt. Angels are not only guards, angels are restorers. Chosen one. Angels say stand still without fear. You are not stuck, you are covered. You are not behind, you are buffered. You are not missing out, you are being preserved. The angels repeat this strongly. The halt saved you more than you know. The pause protected more than you can see. And very soon, you will look back and understand why heaven insisted you stop. Chosen one. Stay with this message. Angels say the final layers are now being revealed. Chosen one. Angels say what was meant to trap you is now turning into a testimony. The very setup designed to weaken you is becoming proof that you are guarded. Angels are showing you that protection is not always loud. Sometimes it is a quiet inner stop that changes everything. Angels say do not go back to re-examine what they told you to leave. Do not return just to double-check. Angels say traps often try a second invitation when the first one fails. This time it may appear softer, kinder, more convincing. But angels say a disguised danger is still danger. Chosen one. Angels are strengthening your spiritual reflexes. Next time, you won't hesitate as long. Next time, you won't debate the warning. Next time, your spirit will recognize the signal immediately. This is how angels mature your discernment, through protected encounters, not painful falls. Angels say something important is happening behind the scenes right now. While you paused, heaven moved. While you waited, angels worked. While you held back, pathways were rearranged. There is movement you cannot see, but it is active and precise. Chosen one. Angels say release the fear of, what if? What if it worked? What if it succeeded? What if you missed something good? Angels say what is truly from heaven does not disappear because you were careful. Real blessings survive your caution. Only traps demand blind speed. Angels are also speaking about your worth. You were warned because you are valued. You were interrupted because you are assigned. You were guarded because your future carries impact. Angels do not mobilize like this for something small. Chosen one. Angels say now is the time to reset your inner ground. Drink water. Rest your mind. Step into quiet moments. Angels restore strength in stillness. Do not jump immediately into the next big move. Let your spirit fully come back into calm alignment. Angels declare that a safer opportunity is approaching. One without hidden hooks, without emotional pressure, without spiritual noise. You will recognize it because angels will send peace ahead of it like a fragrance. Chosen one. Angels end this message with assurance. You listened. You halted. You were protected. The trap failed. The path remains. The calling stands. Angels remain with you, watching, guiding, guarding, step by step. Chosen one. Angels say now that you have halted, a shift has already begun. The danger that was moving toward you is losing direction. The plan that was forming against you is breaking apart. Angels say when you obey a warning, you don't just avoid harm, you activate higher protection. Angels say many never hear the warning because they are too distracted, too rushed, too stubborn to pause. But you heard it, you felt it, you responded. Angels say that response opened a stronger covering over your life. Chosen one. Angels are now recalibrating your path. Small details will change, new timing will appear, different conversations will happen. Angels say do not compare the new path with the old one. The new one is safer even if it looks slower. Angels say the enemy expected you to move emotionally, triggered, reactive, hurried. But angels help you move spiritually, aware, steady, guarded. That is why the trap could not lock. Chosen one. Angels are placing a new sensitivity in your spirit from this day forward. You will sense when energy is wrong around you. You will feel when motives are mixed. You will detect when something is spiritually off. This is not anxiety. This is angel-trained awareness. Angels say some people will not understand your change. They will say you are overthinking. They will say you are too careful. They will say you missed a chance. But angels say they cannot see what you were saved from. Chosen one. Angels are also closing old access points. Old habits that made you vulnerable will begin to lose their pull. Old emotional triggers will weaken. Old patterns will feel uncomfortable. Angels are upgrading your inner defenses. Angels say protection is not only about what you avoid, it is about who you are becoming. You are becoming harder to deceive, harder to rush, harder to manipulate. Angels call this growth through guarding. Chosen one. Angels want you to expect confirmation soon. You will see proof that stopping was right. You will hear information that exposes what was hidden. You will witness something that makes you say, "Now I understand." That confirmation will settle your heart fully. Angels say stand tall now. Not fearful, but alert. Not anxious, but aware. Not frozen, but guided. Chosen one. Angels remain stationed around your future. The halt was not the end of movement, it was the beginning of protected progress. More will open, but this time it will open clean.